going to show you how to bring the PowerPoint and the audio file together inside Blackboard. So the first thing we're going to do in our Blackboard shell is add a new item, and then I'm just going to name this Lecture 1. And the first step is to embed our audio file. So in your text editor, if you could find the button that's called Add Audio Content, it kind of looks like a speaker on top of a piece of paper. Click that button and you'll get this window for inserting that audio file. You just have to browse to find your file, click Open, and then leave all the default settings as they are. You don't want the audio to start on its own. You also don't want it to loop, and you want the controls to be mini. You don't want them to take up a lot of room. So submit that. Click Submit again, and so now we have our audio file embedded in our Blackboard item, so students can just click the play button without having to download anything. So there's our audio. The next thing we have to do, the next step, is to scroll down a bit to Content, Section 2, and we have to attach our PowerPoint. So select Choose File, find your PowerPoint, click Open, and you can rename the file if you want. I'm just going to leave it as is. And then the last thing I want to do is add a little bit of instructions for the students. So I'm going to go back up to my text box up here, and I have some audio just basically telling them to download the PowerPoint first, bring it up on their screen, then come back to Blackboard, start the audio, and then go back to PowerPoint so they can focus on the slides. So the audio essentially is going to be running in the background. So now I'm going to click Submit and show you what that looks like. Click OK again. I'm going to switch over to Student View. So now this is what it looks like. So now what the students do is they click this link to download the PowerPoint. So I'm going to do that right now. So I have my PowerPoint up here, but now what I actually have to do, now that that's loaded, is go back to Blackboard and start the audio. So I'm going to go back to Blackboard, click play, and I have the sound turned down pretty low. And then now what I'm going to do is switch back over to PowerPoint. So now the audio is going to play in the background. Students can click through your slides. They can go to full screen mode if they want, and follow along with your narration.